Hello, for those just watching this module, we are working through the form PI1 General Application, or PI1 for short, going sheet by sheet. We are using a minor NSR amendment as the example. In this module, I'll be showing you the resource sheets. These sheets are all for reference and guidance purposes only. They do not need to be printed. They are all of these sheets that are purple in the tab color, such as here. First, we'll be talking about the copies sheet. When an original signature is required, a hard copy of the general sheet is required unless submitted through steers. This will be indicated by graying out or not graying out the signature section of the general sheet, which is based on project type. Detailed instructions are provided on the cover sheet for submitting to APD. This sheet instructs you where else to submit your copies of your application. Here, you can see that the appropriate region has been entered, and it has the regional office's physical address here. Some of the listings vary by application type. Right now, we have selected the project type of a minor NSR amendment, and many locations are grayed out, such as here. If I were to change my selection to indicate that I'm applying for an initial PSD project, for example, those grayed out areas are now visible and the application should be sent to those additional locations. The next reference sheet is the glossary of terms used within each sheet. This goes into much greater detail than the questions in the workbook and provides additional instructions. Next, we have an acronyms sheet, which lists all of the acronyms used within the workbook. We also provide the full unit types list here. This sheet matches the drop-down on the unit types and emission rates sheet, but is a little bit more user-friendly for familiarizing yourself with how the unit types are organized. It is filterable and sortable. For example, I could filter this to show only the chemical and energy sources. Then I could scroll through and look for, let's say, a flare. And I get to the F's and realize there is no flare listed. So I may want to use the search feature by typing in flare here and clicking OK. And it searched that list to find that flare is included, but it was listed under C's for control flare. A valuable resource is the example sheet, found right before the unit types emission rates sheet. We talked a little bit about this on the unit types emission rates sheet. This is basically many examples of how to fill out the unit types emission rate sheet for different scenarios. These are not linked to the application at all. These are based on actual scenarios from projects we've received or questions from applicants on how to represent something. These are all links to specific examples, so you can see which one you think is similar to your situation, such as here, and click on it, and it will take you to that example here. We also have a BlankTable sheet. This is a new feature added at the request of several users. This is an optional tool to help you organize your sources before entering them onto the unit types and emission rate sheet. It is not linked to any of the other sheets, but allows you to more easily organize your data. Then you can copy and paste as values to the unit types emission rate sheet when preparing an application. For example, here you can see I've listed tanks 1 through 3 and 5 through 9, but seem to have forgotten tank 4. The easiest way to fix that on this sheet is to cut that data and then paste it down below. Now, had I done that in the unit types and emission rate sheet, all of the formulas would have broken. Since this sheet is a rough draft, we're not worried about the minor formatting issues that have appeared. And now I can enter in my tank 4. And so on. Next, I can select all of the data, including my new entry, and copy it, return to my unit types and emission rates sheet, and under the fin column, I can paste it, and you want to be sure to use paste as values. There is all of that information entered in the appropriate order. The formatting has been fixed, and all of the formulas are still functional. This would also be the best way to add missing pollutants or reorganize the order of listed items. Applicants who have established calculation worksheets could also copy-paste this sheet into their existing workbooks and set it up as a summary sheet. Finally, we have a summary sheet. This pulls data from all the other sheets into a one-page summary for TCEQ use. This helps us with project assignment, summaries for information requests, and permit reviewer reminders throughout the project.